There is a particular kind of silence in a relationship that is not about peace. It's a silence that hums with unspoken words, with questions you are honestly afraid to ask. You sit across from someone you love, someone whose presence you truly crave, yet you feel a vast, unbridgeable distance between you. You reach for their hand, and sure, they might offer it, but the touch feels more like a formality than a real connection. It's the loneliness you feel not when you are alone, but when you are with someone who somehow makes you feel even more alone. This is the quiet heartache of loving a person who seems to live behind an invisible wall, a person whose inner world is a fortress you are rarely, if ever, invited into. You find yourself becoming a detective of small gestures, a translator of muted tones. A brief smile is scrutinized for its meaning. A shared laugh feels like a monumental victory, a temporary crack in the armor. You live for these fleeting moments of closeness, hoarding them like precious gems. But the warmth they provide is often short-lived, and soon the familiar chill returns. The distance reasserts itself, quiet and unyielding. You begin to question yourself. Am I asking for too much? Is my need for connection a sign of weakness? In the language of psychology, we call it a dismissive avoidant attachment style. This is not a diagnosis or a flaw, it's a strategy. It's a way of navigating the world that was learned long ago, often in childhood. For the dismissive avoidant, intimacy and emotional closeness were likely not modeled as safe or reliable. They may have learned that dependency is weakness, and that self-reliance is the only true path to safety. Their independence is not just a preference, it's a survival mechanism. They might use work, hobbies, or other distractions as a way to create space and avoid the messiness of emotional entanglement. When you express a need for more connection, they may react with annoyance or withdrawal, not because they mean to hurt you, but because your need triggers their deep-seated fear of being engulfed or controlled. Underneath the stoic exterior, however, often lies a deep, unacknowledged loneliness and a longing for a connection they do not know how to build or sustain. To love someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style is to live with a constant sense of invisible wounding. The pain is not from overt cruelty, but from 1,000 small moments of emotional absence. It's the sting of a vulnerable disclosure met with silence or a swift change of subject. It's the ache of celebrating a personal triumph alone because your partner seems indifferent. It's the deep loneliness of crying by yourself after an argument because they have already retreated into their own world, leaving you to navigate the emotional storm on your own. These are not dramatic betrayals, but subtle, persistent dismissals that slowly erode your sense of self-worth. You begin to feel like a ghost in your own relationship. You might share something that is deeply important to you, only to have them respond with a logical solution, completely missing the emotional current of your words. They are trying to fix the problem, while all you want is to be seen and heard. This constant misattunement is exhausting. It makes you feel fundamentally misunderstood, as if you and your partner are speaking different languages with no translator in sight. Why do we stay? Often it is rooted in the powerful gravity of hope. We stay because we have seen glimpses of the person behind the wall. We remember the moments of connection, however fleeting, and we hold on to them. We see their potential, the warmth and kindness that occasionally shines through. We read books, we go to therapy, we learn their love language, all in the service of this hope. We believe in the love story we are trying to write. The cycle of intermittent reinforcement is incredibly powerful. Like a slot machine, the relationship pays out just often enough to keep us playing. After a long period of distance, our partner might offer a moment of unexpected intimacy. The relief and joy are so profound that it washes away the memory of the preceding loneliness. We become addicted to these highs, living for the moments when the wall comes down, even if it is only for a little while. Healing from this experience begins with a gentle, compassionate turn inward. For so long, your focus has been on them. The first step is to bring that focus back to you. Start by creating small pockets of your life that are just for you. Reconnect with hobbies you let go of, with friends who fill your cup, with activities that make you feel alive and whole. When you feel the familiar ache of loneliness, try placing a hand on your heart and saying, "This is really hard. It makes sense that I feel this way. I am here for you." Start a journal and write down your experiences and feelings without judgment. This practice can anchor you in your truth and help you see the patterns more clearly. Consider seeking support from a therapist or support group. Speaking your story out loud to someone who understands can be incredibly validating. You are not crazy. Your feelings are your truth. Learning to trust that truth again is a radical act of self-reclamation. Ultimately, the path forward requires immense courage. The courage to face the truth of your relationship and the courage to prioritize your own peace. For some, with a partner willing to do the work of becoming more aware and emotionally available, there is a possibility of growth. But you must be honest about whether this change is actually happening. For many, finding peace means making the difficult decision to let go. It is accepting that their fortress may never open its gates, and you deserve more than a life spent waiting outside. Whether you stay or go, the final destination is the same: finding your own shore. It is about building a life where you feel seen, valued, and emotionally safe. This journey is about coming home to yourself, discovering that the security and wholeness you were seeking in another person has been within you all along. You become your own anchor. You have the courage to walk away from the echo in the room and step into the sunlight of your own life, where your heart can finally be at peace.